Welcome to
Fire and Ice.
We are starting off this trip where I left off last day.
Previously on Lost in Travel. Back in the winter of 2022, I set foot in Iceland for the very first time. From battling snow blizzards to strolling along black sand beaches and witnessing the northern lights dance above me. It was nothing short of unforgettable, but as that adventure came to an end, one thought stuck with me. I had to come back. Fast forward to today and here I am, touching down once again, ready to experience Iceland in a whole new way. This time, in the heart of summer. The following footage that you will see is raw. It is authentic. It is rough. It is Iceland like you have never seen it before.
And welcome on back here to my favourite country in the whole wide world. I have now touched down in Iceland. So guys, it feels so amazing to be back here, and I'm going to run you guys down what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 weeks, because it's going to be quite the different trip to the last time I was in this very country. Last time I was here, it was covered in snow. I did not even see any greenery whatsoever, but right now it is completely green, and that's going to be really exciting because I think the landscapes are going to be very vast and very extravagant on this 2-week road trip around Iceland. So what's going to be happening is today I'm going to be heading off to Blue Lagoon and Reykjavik, just seeing, getting my bearings done, and then I'm going to be going to the Golden Circle and I'm basically taking a stroll down memory lane, which I already have felt coming into the airport. Like I went to the bathroom and first what was on my mind was, I feel like I've used this bathroom before. And then after that, everything is basically going to be new from that point on. We're going to go to the West Fjords, we're going to go round the Ren Road, recounter the south, which I'm so excited to see some of my favourite waterfalls ever as I do that, and then I'm going to continue onwards and upwards and go right around the perimeter of the land of fire and ice. And I cannot wait to bring you all along.
Meet the crew for this Icelandic road trip, guys. Say hello to Liz and her friend Marley from Mexico, plus Georgia from Australia. She'll be joining us in a few days. I first met Liz and Georgia while exploring India last year, and somehow this wild idea actually made it out of the group chat. Travel isn't just about the sights, it's about the people you share them with, and let me tell you, Iceland 2024 wouldn't have been half as legendary without these guys. With the car picked up and the excitement kicking in, it was time to head back to one of my favourite places on earth. Now relax.
It's so hard to believe this is real. I swear I'm going head over heels, but honestly I'm so shocked, 'cause when you came in my life I started hating goodbye.
You guys are cooler than me.
I got me drunk last night.
Oh, that looks hilarious.
But that's what I was doing. I was going,
And now, welcome on here everyone to the capital of Iceland. We are here in Reykjavik, and I am getting a major deja vu standing right in this very spot. Right behind me is the Hall of Kirkja Cathedral, the main cathedral here in Reykjavik, also the most famous one in Iceland. If you have been yes, I was going through snow, like, it was like a wall I had to push through. It was like up to my knees. It was insane. I had one of the wildest snow blizzards actually standing at this very spot, actually here. A major it's not looking like that, although it's not the clearest days. Today it's actually really windy, which is switch snow to rain. So I have been anticipating getting one of those hot dogs since the last time I had one of those hot dogs. That is a Viking hot dog right outside Skirka, and I thought it was one of the best hot dogs I've had. Despite the Viking appeal to this cathedral, like it looks like you have went back to the time that the Vikings found Iceland with this here. I know that the blizzards pounding down on it, the Vikings were going in for shelter before they were next day. And that's not going to be the case. This cathedral was built in 1986. So, speaking of which, you could probably tell it's more of a modern cathedral when you step inside, because the whole interior is quite a modern take to a church. You know, when you step into a lot of the ancient churches of Britain or in Europe, you know, they all have a very similar feel. It's massive pillars holding this structure together. You can tell that it stood the test of time. Not with Hallgrímskirkja. Hallgrímskirkja is new, but we can't love it any less. Like, it is blooming tall. Like, I'm looking up and I'm like, maybe it's because everything else in Reykjavik is not that tall. This just stands out. It packs a punch in this city, and definitely something you do not want to miss out on when you come to Iceland.
As it comes time to close your eyes, it's time to drift away, that you might be still now. This be a lullaby.
So as I walk down the rainbow strip here, I'm going to tell you a bit more information about that cathedral behind me. Hallgrímskirkja got its name based on the 17th century clergyman Hallgrímur Pétursson. That guy is profound for the literature and the religious life here in Reykjavik. People are really proud of that guy, and therefore he has a whole blooming cathedral built for him. The way we recognise the people of the past. Imagine if they built a cathedral for me in Edinburgh. A man can dream.
Af uppstoppuðum lundum. Ég lít út eins og lax, drekk allt of mikið Pepsi Max. Ég á afmæli í dag.
I love everything about Iceland, from its landscapes to its nature to even its cities. But sometimes I do question Icelandic people. What the hell was that back there? I think that maybe this place is cut off from the rest of the world and is driving the people here a bit insane. So I've been busy retracing my steps from the last time I was here. I'm actually quite close to my old apartment, and this was the commute I used to do to get into the city when I was here for the week. I remember this lake back when I was here in winter was fully frozen over. Like, it's actually pretty epic to see the difference between winter and now summer. Yeah, it's still cold, but it's still a massive change. Like, it's just even colder in the winter. You can say that about Iceland. Now, it's Iceland, you know, it's got ice in the name, you expect it to be cold. And then also, this church, one of my favourite churches in the whole city. It is just a nice looking Scandinavian church. And I remember just walking down here, honestly, I'm getting major deja vu coming back here. I'm going to say a lot on these vlogs when I do come to a lot of the stuff I've already seen, but I've not actually done much travelling back to places I've already travelled to, so it's actually nice to be able to come here and see all of these things that I never thought I'd have the opportunity to come and see again. So Reykjavik is the northernmost capital city in the entire world, and I personally love it. I think Reykjavik is such a quirky, vibrant, colourful city with so much to offer. People come to Iceland to see the waterfalls. People come to Iceland to see puffins. People come to Iceland to see black sand beaches and everything in between. But I do think you are missing out if you don't at least spend a day here in the capital city. Reykjavik is so cool. The buildings, as I think I said on the last series of Iceland, I can see a blend of American and Scandinavian architecture when I look at the buildings. Iceland is of course in the middle of the tectonic plates. It is bordering North America and Europe, and I think its architecture shows that. Personally, I love this. Like, that is so cool, and this city has so much to offer. It is so small, it's easy to walk around, and that it makes it 10 times better because you don't need to spend long here. You don't have to go, I need to miss out on all these waterfalls and all the nature to come and see the city. Just give yourself one day and give yourself a chance to proper relish in everything that Reykjavik has made.
Help me remember the look of the sun in your eyes. Stare down the railings, only the four winds will rise. I gave you oceans, I gave you oceans in my mind, but I drink them down when the light traded places with fire.
One thing I love about Reykjavik is the fact that it makes use of the geothermal activity. So as we do know, Iceland is basically one big volcano, and underneath the volcano you get all of this energy that builds up and it heats up the surface. That is why Iceland has hot springs. That's why I was at Blue Lagoon earlier on today, and I found out that Reykjavik does make use of this. Reykjavik uses the energy to heat up buildings, heat up houses, instead of things like gas or electricity, which does mean this city is environmentally friendly. Makes me love it even more. This behind me is one of my favourite landmarks here in Reykjavik, just because I think it shows off how quirky and creative the Icelandic architecture really is. Like, they come up with some funky designs, including this one. As you can tell, it's here to symbolise the Viking heritage that this country is built upon. But I also just think it's quite funny how the lot of people that are supposedly Vikings are like, we are going to sail the seven seas, you know. Although I don't envy them whatsoever. I would not be going out in those waters. Remember me last time? It's actually bubbling. Like,
wow.
No freaking way.
Oh, that's hot.
Of course it is.
Super
It's like
hot.
it's like roasted.
I think they're very
Oh, that's like
hot.
yeah. So guys, it's now the next again day, and we're here at Reykjadalur Hot Springs, and I think I've now just realised what hot springs are actually like. These puddles look like they should be cold. I put my hand in one, and it feels like you've put your hand in a bathtub. Like, I can't believe that this is possible, but nature keeps on surprising us. We're now going to do the hike up to the hot springs, and I'm going to take us along with me and show you it all. Like a bath. Oh my god, behind me is like just a little bit of a crater with all of the steam from the geothermal activity underground coming up to the surface. It smells like what you'd imagine it would. It is pretty stinky here, rotten eggs. Can't believe that you can just walk up right up to the edge of these and see it with your own eyes. This is pretty cool.
Remember when we first met, sitting quiet, undecided, yeah. Burned through all I had left, it was worth it, but not in the end.
Not so 20 minutes, like I was telling Liz and Marlon, this place, I would say an hour hike, 20 minutes, yeah, 20 minutes. I see you do that, the corner of my eye.
Time went different in Mexico than it did in Brooklyn.
Just a bit optimistic, okay? Time moves slower here. But we have made it to the hot springs. We're not actually thinking of taking a dip because it is freezing on the outside. We're thinking once we get in there, but the after effects will not be so pleasant. So we're just here just have a look, dip your hands in, and just be amazed that there's so many thermal activity just in this region. I have never seen anything like it. This place is one of a kind. And also that, I've had my reintroduction to the Golden Circle.
Whistles and humming with the land, pickles and daisies in your hand, swelling beneath me a darkened rouge. I can't help but be amused by you. Sweet whispers by the mountain, golden honey by the stream. It's where I felt your hands upon me, the kind of touch that makes you weep.
This is the Golden Circle, guys. It might not be golden, but our hearts are pure gold when we look at the landscapes of this place. I don't know, that was completely crazy to say, but I absolutely love this. The Golden Circle is right beside Reykjavik, which is why it's one of the most touristy spots of Iceland, but that doesn't mean it is any less dramatic than anything you will see on this trip. This is Gullfoss, guys, and last time I was here I saw 3 waterfalls. This was my third favourite out of the 3 I saw, but that doesn't mean it is anything less than exceptional. It just means that Iceland has a lot of beautiful waterfalls, and this one, I can't believe it. Like, I think Scotland had good waterfalls. Then you go to Iceland, and you're just amazed that this is on Icelandic people's doorstep. Guys, the one thing I love about seeing the waterfalls seen in Iceland is you don't just see them, you feel them. The spray giving me a shiver as I walk to this viewpoint. This place was one of my favourites the last time I came to Iceland, and it is probably the most significantly different place from my last trip. Last time I came here, I felt like I was like England, not Iceland. It was like ice floating into the river, down the Gullfoss waterfall, and it was absolutely magical. This is no different. This is similar atmospheric journey out here in Gullfoss. I don't think it ever is anything less than atmospheric. I just showed you going to come to Iceland both in the winter and summer. Don't care about the rain. I think I'm drenched to the bone right now. I feel like I have been actually having a swim in Gullfoss. That is how wet I am. But the weather is ever changing. We could wake up to sunny skies tomorrow. And you know, I don't really mind. This is just amazing to be at this exact location and taking it all in. It's now the next day, and it's actually our accommodation. I realised I'm not introduced you to where I was staying for the first couple of days of this trip. I chose this destination just because we thought it would be easier with the car to be en route for the Golden Circle before we start heading to the next place. And you know, we're close to Reykjavik, so we're maybe about 50 minutes outside of Reykjavik, about an hour and a half away from the Golden Circle. And the one thing you need to know about booking accommodation on a trip to Iceland, you've got a kitchen, it's a really expensive place, you eat all the time, food and drinks and everything else, everything's imported. It's too cold to grow anything here, so everything is imported, it's got a lot of import tax, so make sure you've got a kitchen. Go to places like Bonus, that's a supermarket here, basically the equivalent of like Lidl or Aldi, and you can get pretty good food there, and then use the kitchen, cook, and make on all your merry adventures. And that's what I'd like you guys to know. We were in the middle of the Golden Circle last night, and we actually stopped. The weather got we're going to go back and continue the rest of the Golden Circle before I wrap up this vlog and then head off to our next destination. Let's get on to it. We're now back to the Golden Circle, and we have So we have now stopped off to come to our next waterfall, and this one I have actually never seen before. The first Golden Circle waterfall that I have not been to, so this is a first for me and everyone on my trip. And I am so excited because this is going to be Bruarfoss. And I've looked at the photos of this waterfall, and let me tell you, it looks so goddamn blue. Time to find out if it is. Wow, it is that blue.
You can't keep me down. Me, I got roots that you can't rip out. I got oak blood, baby, baby, you can't keep me down. Ooh.
So we have now finally made it to the final spot on the Golden Circle that we've came to on this trip. We're here at Thingvellir National Park, and this is one of the oldest spots in Iceland. When you look over there, you can see where the oldest parliament building here in Iceland is, which is where the Nords would have came together and formed this into the country that is today. That means we are walking through history, but we're also walking through such a geographical phenomenon once again, because we are in the middle of two tectonic plates. One side is the Eurasian tectonic plate, the other side is North American. Look at the layers there of this. Yeah, it's so cool. It looks like an onion. The landscape here is so pretty. Like, there's some fluffy moss, there is lots of different leaves and flowers, all sorts of flora. I've not even walked this far yet, so I've actually seen a lot of new stuff here in the national park, including this amazing waterfall right in front of me.
You stole the light from the stars above and brought it here tonight. I'm mesmerized, terrified, but I've never felt more alive. And I'm falling for you.
So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the first episode here, the reintroduction to Iceland. It's been a phenomenal time being back here at one of my favourite countries ever. The weather has not been the best for us, so that's why there's a bit of condensation on my camera. My camera gear is getting absolutely screwed over with the weather, but keeping on. I can't wait to see what the rest of this country has in store for me in the next couple of weeks. But anyways, if you did enjoy today's video, like, share with your family and your friends, and subscribe, because I've got so much to show you. I got to see a lot of the places I've already seen. Next time we go somewhere new. Alright guys, catch us with the next one. Peace out. Bye.
Why can't we be friends? If it's so much easier before we got our feelings hurt, and I can't pretend that it's easy. Why